The movie begins with the narrator explaining that this dark, stormy, clouded town named Malaria was once a very sunny and shiny place where farmers grow crops, and it is called a land of farmer as crops are the town's main source of income. But one day, suddenly out of nowhere, the town was overshadowed by the never-ending dark cloud and rainy weather, destroying town's crops and happiness, and also making people of the town very poor. To boost the town's economy and rolling money in, the town's king decides to start a competition of evil gadgets with evil scientists. Evil scientists in Malaria are now the richest and the important people of the town. The gadgets they create are the deadliest gadgets that can kill people and bring people back to life. Like seriously, as if this will help normal people in any way, na? Anyways, the scene then cut to different hunchbacks, the lowest and the poorest of the chain, pulling switches of evil scientists' experiments. Yeah, they really need people to pull the switch for them. So lame. Anyways, these hunchbacks are called Igors, and we are introduced to the main Igor of the movie, who wanted to be an evil scientist, but because of hunch on his back, he is forced by the society to learn the ways of Igors, and he then graduated with Igor's Yes Master degree. After facing many job rejections, he eventually finds a job as Igor at Dr. Glinkenstein's castle. Let's call him Dr. Dumb, as he is not the smartest scientist. Dr. Dumb invented evil lasagna as his gadget in the last evil science fair competition. Like seriously, evil lasagna? Igors are not allowed to invent. If they do, they will be thrown away into an Igor recycle machine. Like literally recycle with chopped off body limb inside recycle machine. But to prove himself, our main Igor secretly works on his own inventions to become the most evil scientist in the town in order to live the life of riches and luxury. One of his inventions was an immortal talking cat, who by the way do not wants to live, complains all the time, tries everything to kill itself and fails miserably. He also invented a talking, overdramatic, less intelligent jar brain who incorrectly labeled himself Brian, written with permanent marker on his jar instead of brain. The scene then cuts to the town's number one evil scientist, let's call him Dr. Evil, with his evil girlfriend. They have thrown an annual pre-evil science fair party where he was bragging about his last consecutive 17 evil science fair winnings. That makes him the number one evil genius scientist of the town. The town's king then enters the party, and it was revealed that the king's idea to start this evil science fair is to blackmail the world by unleashing the deadliest gadgets to the world if they do not financially support them. Very interesting, I would say. King also enjoys humiliating Dr. Evil in front of the whole town, which infuriates him a lot, as he thinks that no matter how genius or rich he becomes, he will always have to bow down to that dumb king and never gets the respect he wants. Yeah, story of our lives. Welcome to our world, Mr. Evil Genius. His girlfriend reminds him that respect will not serve them luxury, as they need to keep winning. It is then revealed that these two are basically frauds. They steal the winning inventions every year in order to win the competition, and are currently unsure that what will be this year's winning invention. What? The scene then shifts to Dr. Dumb, whose girlfriend has come to cheer him up by showing him the poster of torturing kittens while he was looking at his evil gadget plan for this year's evil science fair competition. It is also revealed that Igor has crush on Dr. Dumb's girlfriend while she hates hunchbacks and leaves in anger. As Igor brings Dr. Dumb's project power supply source, which he thinks should be 21 gigawatt, but Dr. Dumb scolds Igor since he thinks that 16 gigawatt is the right amount of power supply to power his gadget, and he is infuriated at Igor that how dare he thinks that he can advise him. Dr. Dumb then orders Igor to pull the switch. His invention is revealed to be an evil rocket ship that will unleash pain on the world. As he is about to take a test ride on his rocket ship, the rocket ship explodes and Dr. Dumb dies. Igor and his inventions, let's call them friends, are now panicking and talking about what to do now. At the same time, Evil King arrives at the door and starts asking about Dr. Dumb for his this year's evil invention, as he wants him to make much bigger evil invention this year in order to overthrow Dr. Evil from his top position. Igor feels this is finally his chance to shine, so instead of telling King the truth, he says that Dr. Dumb will invent life this year that can freely destroy things on its own free will, and it will be indestructible. The king becomes so happy to hear this, as he thinks that this will be the greatest greatest evil invention of all time and threatens Igor to take care of Dr. Dumb, otherwise he will throw him down in the Igor recycle bin. Igor's friends warn him, but Igor is so excited they all immediately start working on their project to create life with indestructible skin. He also adds an evil bone into his creation while making a female monster. Igor completes his project of life with the help of his friends, but after electrocuting the monster, nothing happens and Igor gets very disappointed in himself and asks his friend to trash it. But as he looks back, there is no monster and all of them get very scared. They can see the monster at the rooftop screaming loudly and running away. They all run to follow the monster trails that lead them to an orphanage of blind children. They all hear screams coming from inside of the orphanage and think that the bloodthirsty monster is killing the children. As Igor and his friends rush inside the orphanage, they are shocked to discover that the monster is happily and gently playing with the children instead of killing them. Ah, she's supposed to be evil, na? The scene then cuts to Dr. Evil and his girlfriend, who are informed by their Igor that Dr. Dumb castle is emptied. Taking advantage of this situation, Dr. Evil and his girlfriend visit Dr. Dumb's castle and find out that Dr. Dumb is dead and Igor has created the indestructible bloodthirsty monster in order to participate in evil science fair under Dr. Dumb's name. This situation, however, gives them an idea to steal this great invention from Igor. On the other hand, Igor is trying his best to lure this bloodthirsty, now gentle monster back to the castle with the help of flowers he purchases from the blind orphanage. As they all reach to castle, Igor realizes that the monster's evil bone has not activated yet, due to which Monster Girl is behaving so kindly, gently and friendly. In order to activate Monster Girl's evil bone, she needs to commit her first act of evil crime, but she is very gentle and won't even kill a fly. She names herself Eva. So to fix this situation, Igor gets an idea and takes the Monster Girl to the brainwashing center so she can be brainwashed into evil being to commit her first act of crime, which will activate her evil bone in order to make her the bloodthirsty evil monster she was supposed to be. The brainwash center brainwashed you by showing you your choice of personality channel for an hour. So Igor books a murdering hour-long show for Eva to make her evil. Eva brainwash channel was accidentally switched to acting lesson by Brian, making Eva yearns to become an actress instead. When Igor finds out that Eva channel is switched to acting lessons, he wants this to unbrainwash, but it's a sealed lifetime guarantee brainwash deal and it can't be undone. Igor mourns over his failures while taking Eva back home, but on his way back to home, Dr. Evil is trying to steal Eva from him by using his shrink ray to capture the monster girl, but instead Dr. Evil shrink himself. Igor carriage is about to fall, but Eva saves him and his friends as she claims that as an actress, she cherishes all lives dramatically. Brian brags that he is the one who has turned Eva in an actress, otherwise they will all be dead. This infuriates Igor, and as he is chasing Brian to kill him, Immortal Cat tells Eva that they are rehearsing for a play. Eva feels envious that she desires to find work as an actress. This gives Igor an idea. Igor tells Eva that in 4 days there's going to be the audition for the biggest play in this town, and this will be Eva's big break in the acting world. Eva becomes excited and starts preparing for her role with Igor. Little did she know this is Igor's plan to make her commit an act of crime in order to activate her evil bone. While Igor is thinking about the glory he will have after his recognition as evil scientist, Eva joins him on the rooftop and tells him that Igor is a good friend to her and they have a light-hearted conversation. The scene then shifts to Evil King's interview with Invisible Man who was not wearing a pant. The king is trying to convince the people of his town that why being evil is important, as it makes their town successful and respectful in front of the world, as it's the only way to save this town, and he never wishes evil clouds on his townspeople. As the audition day, or shall I say evil science fair day, is closing near, Eva invites all her friends and gives them gifts as a token of her appreciation for them. Brian gets correct brain label, Cat gets a plant that lives forever like him, and Igor gets a director's hat. In In return, Igor gives Eva his plan holder box as a necklace which she loves a lot. Igor starts feeling bad about telling Eva a lie but ignores it as he considers himself evil. While Igor is thinking about his betrayal to Eva, Dr. Dumb's girlfriend comes and starts flirting with Igor and teleports him to Dr. Eva's location via a gift card. Eva sees them and comes outside to meet the girl, but Dr. Dumb's girlfriend starts insulting Eva. It is also revealed that Eva is starting to have feelings for Igor. The scene cuts to Dr. Evil and Igor, where Dr. Evil is trying to be friendly with Igor and reveals to him that he knows about his invention and that Dr. Dumb is dead. He also reveals to Igor that he plans to win with Igor's invention and then he will use it on King in order to become the new king of the town. And then he will make Igor the top evil scientist of the town, which he always dreams of. Igor buys his lies and reveals to him how he can activate Eva's evil bone by making her commit her first act of crime. Igor realizes that he is starting to have feelings for Eva as well, so he refuses Dr. Evil offer and runs away. It is then revealed that Dr. Dumb girlfriend is actually Dr. Evil's girlfriend, and not only that, she dresses up and pretends to be other scientist's girlfriend in order to steal the winning gadget for the science fair for Dr. Evil. Igor rushes back to tell Eva the truth, but seeing her all dressed up, he is charmed and frozen in his words. And as he is about to tell her the truth, Dr. Dumb's girlfriend knocks at the door. While she is distracting Igor, Dr. Evil reveals the truth to Eva that she is a monster created by Igor as a weapon, and Igor will only look her as a monster and he loves someone else. This breaks Eva's heart and she goes with Dr. Evil. Little does she knows Dr. Evil is actually taking her to the evil science fair. Igor rejects Dr. Dumb's girlfriend, who reveals herself to him as Dr. Evil's girlfriend, surprising Igor. Igor is too late to stop Eva, and King now knows the truth about Dr. Dumb and he throws Igor in the Igor recycling bin. His friends save him and encourage him to save Eva, which motivates him. While Eva is preparing for her big audition with the help of Dr. Evil, Igor and friends reach to the top of the King's Tower and finds out that the dark storm clouds blocking their town are not natural and are actually made by King himself with the help of a weather ray. On the other hand, Dr. Evil is instigating Eva to commit her first act of crime by hitting Dr. Evil in order to activate her evil bone, and he succeeds in it just before his turn to unveil his gadget in the science fair. Eva's evil bone is fully activated now and she has become true evil. Igor is trying to reach to Eva, but the battle of evil has begun to see who is last standing and victorious. Still in her actress character, but evil this time, Eva starts singing while easily destroying all other gadgets in the arena. As Eva is effortlessly destroying the other monsters, Dr. Evil overthrows the king while Igor jumps into the arena to bring Eva back to her senses. Igor friends on the other hand are trying hard to destroy the weather ray machine, and they succeed in doing so. Eva is trying to destroy the entire arena while Igor is trying to remind her who she really is, the most gentle and kind person, and she do not need to play the role of evil, as she once said herself that it's better to be good nobody than to be evil somebody. The bright sunny light shines on Eva and she remembers her good ways and turns back to a good Eva she once was. Igor reveals to the world the truth about the dark storm clouds created by King himself with a weather ray to blackmail the world in order to become rich himself. Both Igor and Eva express their feelings for each other. The crowd boo the evil king as he is crushed by his own weather ray and cheers for Eva and Igor. Dr. Evil's girlfriend is revealed to be an Igor as well, as her beauty pills are finished. The arena has now turned into a theater where Eva performs her dream and Igor is the in charge of the theater. Dr. Evil now becomes a pickle seller and his ex-girlfriend is now dating Dr. Evil's Igor. Igor shows Eva his new plan to build a dog for themselves. Eva is so happy and the movie ends with Eva performing and singing her heart out to the cheers of the huge crowd with the children of blind orphanage. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and like this video, share this video and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos, and do let me know your thoughts and suggestion in the comment section.